Hi, it's Chris. I just want to tell you where we are now and how we're going to hopefully improve and continue to get better and better with the telemarketing campaign. One of the things that's always difficult for people that are starting with outbound telemarketing is trying to find a rhythm, and that is to get into a normal groove where every call can have a successful delivery. And one of the best ways to do that is to remove any pauses in the calling. For instance, if you're calling someone and you're saying, "Hi, Mr. Jones," and you pause, that pause, anytime there's a blank space in between and a pause like that, it gives them the opportunity, and even it sounds like you might be waiting for them to say, "I'm not interested." And then if they're not interested, that's fine, but you can say, "Okay, have a great day, bye-bye." But if you take out all of the pauses, let me give you an example.
Yes. Hi, Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
this is Kim. Yes. Hi, Mr. Anderson. This is Kim. I'm
Yes.
over here at Chris Westfall's office of Senior Insurance Solutions. Chris asked me to give you a call today.
I think you have the wrong answer.
Yes, Daniel Anderson, right?
In regards to what?
Yes.
Okay, that's an example of where the pause gives them an opportunity to see if they're still interested, or more than likely to say, "I'm not interested." If we take out that pause, then we get a chance to tell them why we called and then have a more likely positive outcome. So we want to try to eliminate all the pauses that we can, rather than just tell them why we're calling and see if they're interested. If they're interested, we can go to the next step. We can answer some questions, and we can just see if they're interested in getting more information and then go to the next person. But if we put the pauses in there before they know why you're calling, then they're all going to bail out and jump off the phone call, because it's an awkward, uncomfortable feeling when there's dead air, when there's silence. And you know, if you're listening to the radio when the disc jockey is talking, and if there's a pause and dead air space, then it's very uncomfortable, and people on the radio station don't like that. So what we try to do is have the script, and the script should be known so well that there are no pauses at the end of any sentences. Those periods in the sentence are just to differentiate the different thought. It's not so you can stop and see if there's an objection and wait, because I guarantee you every time you do that, you'll get one, and they don't know what they're objecting to yet. They don't have enough information. So I just encourage you to know the script well enough that you don't have to pause and wait to see if they're going to object. So if they don't have enough information, they don't know what they're objecting to. Now I'm going to go over some of the objections, and I'll have these typed for you, but the number one objection that you're going to hear is, "Well, I thought I could only change my plan from October through December." And that's not true with Medicare supplements. And it's important to pronounce supplement like supplement, and because they all understand it as a supplement. And I know in the Philippines the different accent and so forth might make a little bit of a difference, but if you can try to say the most important words exactly how the client thinks of that word, like supplement, and just try to practice that as supplement. So when they ask you, "Well, I thought I could only change my plan during one part of the year, October through December," we can say, "No, that is true on certain plans, like your drug plan. On your drug plan, you can only change it from October through December. But on your Medicare supplement plan, you can change that plan anytime there's a better plan in your area, if your health can qualify you for the better plan." Okay, so that's the first objection. The second one is, "Well, what company do you have? Or what company are you calling about? Or what insurance company is this that you're talking about?" And for that, depending on what state we're calling in, we can say things like this. "Well, Cigna, for instance, is a brand new carrier to your area. It's a very strong, big company, but they're just now available in the state of South Carolina. That's just one of many companies that we represent, because we are a true independent insurance agency. We work for you to find the best price, because the price is different among all the companies, but the benefits are exactly the same. So if you have Plan F with your company now, then Cigna, New Era, Aetna, all these other companies have the same Plan F, but maybe at a much better rate. And then I heard recently one of the calls, the caller said, well, how do you know what I'm paying? How do you know if you can save me money? And I would say, well, this company, Cigna, for instance, is brand new in South Carolina. And they started into South Carolina because they have the best rates. And unless you've changed companies recently, we know we can probably save you money. Let me have Chris call you real quick and he can tell you what that rate is. And then get off the phone right away. Don't try to give them any more decisions to make or any more possible potential objections to have. Just try to get off the phone with them just as soon as possible if there's any interest there at all. You don't need to nail down morning, afternoon, or evening, or what day is best. Those are all decisions that they don't need to make. If they're really interested, just tell them, I'll have Chris call you. He can tell you what those better rates are, okay? All right, have a good day. Bye-bye. And that's it. Or you can say, expect a call from Chris. Number 3, how do you know you can save me some money? Well, I've just said the answer to that one, and that is that there are new companies in the area, in South Carolina, for instance, if we're calling South Carolina still. There are new companies in the area that have lower rates than everybody else that's been out there. But it's the same Plan F that you have right now, or Plan G that you have, or Plan N that you have right now. Whatever plan you have, they have the exact same plan, but because they're new in South Carolina, they have the better plans than the companies who've been in South Carolina this long. Let me just have Chris give you a call, and he can go over that with you. If he can save you money, great. If not, no harm in finding out the information. And that's a really good close. Look, if Chris can save you money, that's great. If he can't, then no harm in trying, right? Okay, great. I'll have Chris call you. And that's a great way to end the phone call. Number 4, I like my plan and don't want to change. And I would say, that's great, Mr. Jones or Mrs. Jones. That's great that you like your plan. Do you have Plan F or do you have Plan G? And sometimes they might not even know. That's great that you like your plan, Mrs. Jones. The new companies that are now in South Carolina have the exact same plans because they're all Medicare plans. So it's the same plan, which means you keep your same doctor, you keep the same hospitals, the same benefits as all, but the rates are better with the new companies that have come into South Carolina. And unless you've shopped it in the last 6 months, you just don't know who the better companies are that have better rates for the same plan. Let me have Chris call you, and he'll tell you all about it. And that'd be good. And then get off the call if they're at all interested. You can type that in there to me and let them know. So it's the same plan for number 4. Number 5, my plan has paid all my bills. I'm very happy with the plan I have right now. Thank you. I think I'll just stay with the plan I have right now. Now, this is a very common objection. And the truth is, and this is what we have to communicate to them, that all plans are exactly the same. I'm glad you're happy with your current company, like Mutual of Omaha or United American or United Healthcare, whatever. That's great, because all plans have to pay all the bills. They must pay all the bills. They have to. So your plan is absolutely no different in what bills they'll pay than the new companies that have just come into South Carolina with much better rates. As a matter of fact, your Plan F is the same Plan F that's with the company that has $30 or $50 a month less cost. So the point is this. You're happy with your company, and I'm very glad you are. But the truth is, all of the companies must pay the bills. If they don't, they get in trouble with Medicare, and no one wants to get in trouble with Medicare. So while your company has been great and paid all the bills, the truth is, all of the companies would be great and pay all the bills. The question is, how much you're going to pay for those bills to be paid for you. And the reason for our call today is there are better rate plans now available in South Carolina. This just happened. These new companies have the same Plan F, pay all the same bills, just have a much better premium. So let me have Chris give you a call and tell you about those new rates that are available for the exact same benefits you have right now. They'll still pay all the same bills. and try to just move on to the close. Let me have Chris call you. Is this your right phone number? Okay, great. I'll have Chris call you. Have a good day. And that's it. Number 6. What would I have to do to change? It seems like a lot of trouble. What would I have to do to change plans? Oh, that's the best part, Mrs. Jones. It's very, very easy. To change plans, we just have to ask you a few health questions to see if you're in good enough health to make that change. There's no physical exam. There's no paperwork to do. Chris can do that with you in about 5 or 10 minutes and tell you whether you qualify. It's a very easy process. Let me just have Chris call you, and he can go over the details with you. Okay? That's very easy. What do I have to do to change? Because they think it's a difficult process, that maybe they have to go to a doctor exam or something like that. They don't. They just need to have a phone conversation with me, the agent, and then we can decide if they can change or not based on their answers to the health questions. So that's the top 6 objections that you'll get when you're calling people. And we can answer each one of them, but always answer the objection. That's a very good point, Mrs. Jones. And then rephrase the objection to them. Yes, you can change any time during the year. And let me have Chris give you some more details on that. And then go right to the end of it, where I'll have Chris give you a call. Is that okay? All right, great. Thank you. And get off the call. But again, we want to eliminate all the pauses. The longer you pause in either delivering the script or in delivering your answer to the objection, the more chance they're going to jump in there and get out of the phone call. So we've got to eliminate the pauses every opportunity that we get. And one small other thing, when you're calling someone on the phone, all they can hear is the inflection in your voice. So if you can't hear me right now, I mean, you can't see me, all you can hear is how I sound, then all you can listen to is my voice. And if I say, "Hi, Mrs. Jones, are you still on Medicare? Okay, can I have Chris call you?" By doing that and ending every sentence with, "Can I have Chris call you?" or "Mrs. Jones," it sounds like fear. That's how they perceive it, is like fear. That's fear in the call. And you don't want to do that. You want to sound very confident in the call. "Hi, Mrs. Jones. I'm just calling to confirm. We're calling to notify you. We're calling with new information. We're calling about a new carrier that's in the market." Don't say, "We're calling about a new carrier in the market." It sounds like you're unsure of yourself and that you're questioning what you're even saying. And if you're questioning what you're saying, they definitely are going to question what you're saying. So don't try to end every sentence with an up inflection in your voice, like, "Hi, Mrs. Jones." You can say, "Hi, I'm just calling to, is this Mrs. Jones? Okay, hi, Mrs. Jones. We're calling to let you know about a new plan that's in the area that could save you between $30 and $50 per month on the same Medicare Supplement plan you have right now," or whatever the script is we're using at that time. Just don't end every sentence, and you have to think about this as you're talking and even practice the script so that you can deliver it smoothly without a pause, even at the periods. Don't stop at the end of the sentence. Keep running right on until there's a question. At the end of the question, you can ask with an inflection in your voice, but not when you're delivering factual information, like the reason for your call and what's going on lately in the area. For those things, you need to have a strict, very steady, not monotone, a conversational type tone, but it needs to be authority in your voice. It needs to be confidence in your voice. And you can't have confidence when you're asking a question. It sounds like you're asking a question for every fact that you're delivering out there. So as you're practicing your script, I would encourage you to practice it with a strong, authoritative, fact-based approach, that you're not calling to ask questions except for the question part. You know you can save them money. You just want to find out what they have and then get them to have Chris call them. And that's it. So if you have any questions about this, please get back to me. I appreciate it, and we're going to get better and better and better and make it a definite success. Have a great day. Bye-bye.